Welcome to the Onebar and Lupagus Show, your daily source for everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus Show. I am Lupagus. It is time to react to the Vikings PFF grades, high and low offense and defense from the frustrating loss to the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday that we all had to take in. And now we've had some time to digest. And let's just see if PFF got it right or if we disagree with how they saw the game and how they graded it to their scale, which nobody knows the formula to. But let's hop into it. Before we do, hit the subscribe button, like, and comment as well. Let's start bottom on defense. We always like to end on a positive note here at the Onebar and Lupagus Show. So let's start defense. Let's start with the fifth lowest graded defender was Byron Murphy Jr., the 55.5. I thought the whole secondary, except for Harrison Smith, struggled yesterday, especially in coverage, going against two very good receivers and a quarterback who was on fire. 55.5 for Byron Murphy Jr., who's had a very good season, just not his best performance yesterday. Another guy who I can't really say has had a good season, but Jeff Okudah, 46.4 was his PFF score. I'm on board with that. Makes sense to me. I can't remember who blatantly beat him on one of those catches, but it wasn't really close. And Jeff Okudah with the 46.4 makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like what his career score has been from PFF. So not so far on board. Javon Hargrave, he had one tackle yesterday. He only played like 18 snaps, but it's enough to qualify for the grading system. He had a 34.8. And Hargrave, I remember him having something during the week, some kind of a ding, some kind of injury. I don't know if that affected him and why he only saw 18 snaps, but the fact he only got that many for being one of our big free agent signings, it's a little bit concerning. But it is what it is. And I right now, these are all on board. And then we got Blake Cashman, the 29.7. I thought Cashman played well. The run defense was good. Only held, Barkley to 40-something yards. So I'm a little bit surprised with Blake Cashman. I actually thought he came in and played at a high level. So 29.7, a little bit shocking to me to see that one. Isaiah Rodgers, no shock here. 29.3, the lowest graded defender. The only thing shocking with this is that he actually got a 29.3. I thought maybe he would get a 0.3. Got turned around bad on the Devonta Smith bomb. Also, A.J. Brown late in the game wasn't even close to covering that. I love Isaiah Rodgers. Love what he's done so far with the Viking tenure in the 5 games he's been here. Well, now 6, but that was not a good performance from Isaiah Rodgers yesterday, and he'd be the first one to tell you that. So, not good. And the grade is it's correct that he's the lowest graded player on defense. A little generous giving him a 29.3 in my opinion. Let's jump over to offense. Fifth lowest graded player was TJ Hawkinson with a 56.5. Did he catch it? Did he not? I don't know. I didn't think it was a catch. But everybody in the Vikings organization feels otherwise. And there is to talk about it. The Eagles had a similar play that was called the catch. So who knows what a catch is? Who knows what PI is? Who knows what a hold is? It's all judgment calls these days, it seems like. But Hawkinson with the 56.5. If that is ruled to catch, I'm sure his grade's much higher. So whatever, 56.5. It's about average. Will Fries came with a 55.3. The Vikings were able to run the ball in the second half up the middle, but anything outside just was not there, whether it was right or left side. But the middle was good. So Will Fries, 55.3. Protection was good yesterday, too. So seems a little bit low to me. I thought that might be a little bit higher. Donovan Jackson was the third lowest graded offensive player with a 53.1. Again, seems a little bit on the low side. I thought Donovan Jackson played just fine. Again, the middle was going well, running the football, but KLC doesn't like to stick with it, but anything on the edges just wasn't there. So maybe that factored in, but the pass protection was good. I don't know. I mean, when you got a quarterback who holds the ball forever, you can't block these guys. And Jalen Carter's a beast. Jordan Davis is a beast, and they have some tough and stiff competition there. Blake Brandel with the 51.1 had a really bad first half. The phantom holding call, which, if you're someone who gets hung up on bad calls, I'm sure you're really stewing about that one. It wasn't a good call. It's the NFL. Those things happen. He had the bad snap to Carson Wentz as well. Blake Brandel, 51.1. He had a bad game. Again, I thought he got better the second half. I still want him to be their center. I still think he's a better option than Michael Juergens. But 51.1, I do believe that is deserved. And the lowest graded offensive player, no shock, is our quarterback, Carson Wentz. Like Isaiah Rodgers, this is higher than I thought. 45.9 for Carson Wentz. Fourth quarter was a little bit better than what we saw. That he had that stretch of those 2 series, horrible interception to the linebacker. The throwing behind Jordan Mason, which you don't see that. Not throwing to CJ Ham when he was the primary target. He was wide open, and you pump it, and you get an intentional grounding call. I don't know what is going through Carson Wentz's head, but he was not on. The Jordan Addison one, where Addison made a nice catch. That, if he lays it out the right and hits him in stride, that's a touchdown. Carson Wentz left a lot of points on the field, and 45.9 is way higher than he should have gotten. 5.9 seems more about right for what we saw as Vikings fans, what we talked about during the game and post-game, and even today in the Hangover Show. So Carson Wentz, correct that he's the lowest grade offensive player. Thought that was a little bit generous. Before we go over the top and talk some positivity, let's go over to Kelshi and see what we got going on here. Kelshi is the sponsor of this video, and Kelshi is fantastic. You can look at sports. Let's see. Let's look at the game tonight. Let's get the football here. Where is it? Football. Detroit 69 over in Tampa 31. And again, this is real people who are wagering here. So you're not going against any kind of a bot. These are real people. And to me, that seems weird. Like I don't know. That Tampa Bay line seems like it'd be kind of nice. And you put $10 on it, or 19. Look at $10 gets you 13. So I wouldn't wait. No, I'm buying. Yeah, $10 gets you 30 if you're picking Tampa. Which, again, a little bit surprised on that. But Kelshi, again, this is legal in all 50 states. And use the promo code Onebar. You get $10 off when you trade $100. There's better odds, no limits, live trading. These scores adjust real time, flexibility. You can cash out at any time while the game's going on. Transparent pricing. You can watch these odds move during the game. And again, it's beyond the NFL. There's politics, there's pop culture, Oscars, all kinds of things to wager on with Kelshi. Kelshi, go ahead and do that right now. Again, promo code Onebar, 10 off your first 100. Let's get into the offensive grades here. Let's do the top offense and we'll get the top defense. All right. Lowest, or the fifth highest graded offensive player was Christian Darrisaw with a 69.3. Darrisaw is a beast, and maybe not his highest score he's ever gotten, but I don't really remember. I think I remember seeing him get beat once, but holding off those edge rushers and those defensive linemen for the Eagles, it's an impressive and hard task. Jordan Mason got a 70.6. He had the touchdown, had some nice runs. If his quarterback could get him the ball, he may have had another catch in there, but 70.6 for Jordan Mason. You just would have liked to see him get a couple more touches, especially in that 2nd and 1, deep inside the red zone. I think it wasn't from goal, but I don't understand that. He's a power horse. Give him the ball. Brian O'Neill, 72.6. So the tackles grade out much better than the guards did, according to PFF. So they must have liked something that they saw there. It was just nice that Brian O'Neill was able to go yesterday. He was a game time decision. So I have no problem with that. Jordan Addison, 73.7. Seems a little bit low. I mean, Jordan Addison balled out yesterday at over 100 yards receiving. He was the one who was open. Justin Jefferson was getting doubled, and Jordan Addison probably would have had a huge stat line if his quarterback could deliver the ball properly and not made him stop and turn around and try to make acrobatic catches on catches that should have been easy plays there. So Addison probably should have had a higher score than that, but it's fine that he's second. And then the number one was Jalen Nailor with a 74.6. Jalen Nailor doesn't do, he doesn't have to a lot because his role is, wide receiver 3, but he's doing that role very well. He's looked faster this year. He's catching the ball well, I guess that's on lack of a better word. He's catching it well. He's actually winning on his routes. His route running's improved greatly. So Jalen Nailor, me and Onebar kind of were giving up on him prior to the season, but he's proving us wrong, as a lot of Vikings do, and showing us that we're idiots. So Jalen Nailor, well done, and well done being the highest graded offensive player. Let's go to defense. The fifth highest rated defensive player is Jonathan Grenard with a 66.6. Grenard continues to get the pressures in there. I'd like to see him get some more sacks. He had the big holding call, which he really made sure the ref saw. He definitely sold that thing, but 66.7 for Grenard. Again, the sack numbers aren't there, but he is racking up those pressures like they're going out of style. Harrison Smith, we had him on the winners list, 68.8. Thought he played well. Secondary kind of struggled as a whole, but he had a beautiful pass breakup. I think it was in the second half. And I think he came in a couple times, made some stops. So Harrison Smith with a good game and a 68.8, no problem with that grade. Jonathan Allen, 69.1. I thought he played well yesterday, so this one doesn't shock me at all. I'm fine with that. Like, he played well, it wasn't great, but 69.1 seems about what we saw on the field, so I don't have any problem with that. Theo Jackson, a 72.9. Again, when you're holding Saquon Barkley to 40-something rushing yards, the back end, the secondary is definitely helping and coming up and supporting. So Theo Jackson, well done there, 72.9. Don't have any issues with that. The number one highest ranked defensive player from PFF is Levi Drake Rodriguez with a 79.2. Levi Drake Rodriguez, this guy's just getting a bigger role every single week. And I don't know. He just does his job. He creates some havoc. He's pretty good against the run as well. He LDR. I like what I'm seeing so far. Definitely some upside with LDR, and him getting a 79.2 is fantastic. So those are your Vikings PFF scores versus the Eagles, reactions to the good, the bad, offense and defense. Don't forget, hit up Kelshi. Promo code Onebar, $10 on your first $100 deposit, and keep your skull in your hole.